Wimborne Town Football Club, formed in 1878, are one of Dorset's most widely supported and prestigious football clubs. The Magpies were founder members of the South Hampshire and Dorset Football Association in 1884, before becoming founder members of the Dorset County Football Association 3 years later in 1887. Today they reside at Step 3 of the non-league pyramid, the highest level at which the club has competed. After more than a century at the distinctive home at Cuthbury, now is the time to embrace and secure the future of the club for generations to come. What follows is a collection of memories that must be enjoyed, cherished and never forgotten, including some rare footage of the 1992 FA Vols campaign, which surely counts as a must-see for every fan. So time to kick back and relax. This is The Migration.
My first visit to Cuthbury was in 1991 with my 12-year-old son Stephen. The style of play, the friendliness of the people, the excitement of the fans drew us in. We were hooked.
I've been going to watch Wimborne for about 6 years now, since my son joined, and I just love the club. I love everything about it.
You know, good things have to end, but with Wimborne sort of passing its ground, it's a ground at which I've had so many happy memories.
It was a part of my life, but then moved away, jobs, life got in the way, and then we rediscovered it a couple of years ago, and it's become everything.
Yeah, my firm built this stand here, give it to it. He said, if you make it and put it up, no costs. This area here, that went through the middle here, this wall here, was doors to the changing rooms. This was changing rooms. Because there's a guy who lives at the top of the road, he helped do it all, Freddie Joyce. He was with John Smith, and they created this club, basically. There's no real pictures of it. In those days they never took pictures, so they took pictures of players, but they never took any area. Ron, he ran this club. That's his picture up there. I took that picture of him because we all said we never saw him serve a pint. Because Ron's asses are right there. So there's 5 people on this pitch.
It's a ground which really helped to sort of exemplify all that's best in local sport and in life in general, in terms of the way we sort of interact, play, think, talk.
I've been to other football clubs in the past, and it's just so much more friendlier, more family orientated. It just makes you feel welcome. It's got a welcoming feel. The people there are lovely, friendly, always have time to chat and say hello, and they're just so welcoming.
It's a place that attracts a lot of good people. Simple as that. You can go anywhere in the county, across Dorset, Hampshire, and you can find a football ground. They all look the same, really, but you won't find a football club like Wimborne.
I've not looked back since the first time I went to watch them. Shortly after, I volunteered to run the club shop, and I love it. I love feeling like they're an extension of my own family.
People there are unique. People that run it are unique. You're always made to feel welcome. There's always people willing to help, actually. They're never short of volunteers over the years.
And it just feels good being there.
I think it's 2009 when I first started helping Wimborne. That was when my son, who is now 20, First started kicking a football for the under-10s at Wimborne, and ever since then I've been in and around the club.
It's a great family club. We're made to feel very welcome. My son, my wife, love coming. We go home and away where possible. He bangs a drum. We put up some flags. But above all, it's now become part of our life again.
The people there just are what makes the club so brilliant.
When I think about supporting a football team, I have 3 criteria. 1, are they local? 2, do they play entertaining football? And 3, do I like the people there? And straight away, Wimborne Town ticked all 3 of those boxes.
I came here when my lad came over in '96 and I was just doing the car park. And then I made my way up through the years, got to done the turnstiles. And then when Alex Brown and Jamie Sturgis and Darren Powell came in, they asked me to do kit man, and I've been able to do it for 11 years.
I'm one of these that like to help out behind the scenes. It's not me, there's an army of volunteers out there. A lot of them are unsung heroes, a lot of them go unnoticed. But this is what makes football clubs at this level, it's what makes them tick.
In 2013, I volunteered to become programme editor, taking over from the legendary Ken Fergus, who was not only finance director, but also been programme editor for an amazing 13 years. And it was then that I realised just how many dedicated people it takes to run a football club. Groundsman Brian Sibley, our wonderful tea ladies, treasurer Jeff Maxted, John Ingleson, who was probably the best match reporter of non-league football I've come across, Dave Breeks, who used to stand on top of that scaffolding videoing the games, Peter Barham, who was secretary for 17 years, and of course the one and only Jeff Robbins. That's just a representative sample of the club's unsung heroes.
Of course, we watched the Magpies all through the Vase run. The Hastings game that finished 3-3 after extra time. The Horsham game when Jamie Sturgis scored the only goal in the 5th minute of added time. The Newcastle and the Dis replays. And of course, Bamber Bridge.
The Wimborne players relax and look back at videos of their previous Vase rounds.
We actually had to play 11 games to get to Wembley, with many replays back at the Cuthbury. Playing away to Mansfield United from the Western Premier League, it took a Mark Allen screamer from 25 yards to win that game 2-1.
From the players to the manager, and Ian Chisnell gets the views of Alex Pike.
We like to think we've got experience. We will go there and play in exactly the same manner. Try and win the game there. If not, don't lose it.
Mark, you're the man who seems to save all your goals for the big occasion.
Yeah, that's right. I've been lucky to score the goals in the Vase. I mean, I've taken the credit for what the lads have done and the commitment they've put in. But it's all down to the way we've battled and the commitment we've shown.
We've had a look at the pitch this morning. It's heavy and there's going to be a heck of a wind. Will that affect the way that Wimborne approach it?
It's going to affect the standard of football, but it won't affect the way that we've approached the game at all. Like we say, we've got lads that will go out there and show commitment and battle, and the ground will suit us. We can play on good grounds, we can play on rubbish.
And another goal today for you?
Hopefully, yes. I don't take 50 quid off of Ron Dinmore.
Taffy, you're the skip today, and it's a two-legged affair, and in many ways you're playing the away leg first. Is that preferable?
To tell you the truth, I don't think the lads are really bothered. It doesn't matter where we play, we want to win every match. I think we're going to take it the same as we took every match, and we're going to go out to win today.
Rounds 2 and 3 were also tough games, but we came through against Shard Town, beating them 5-2, and Horsham 1-0. Round 4, we were drawn against Hastings Town at home. They were the favourites for the Vase and won the Southern League by 10 clear points that year. We drew 3-3 at home and then had to travel back to Hastings to play the replay on a Tuesday night on a frozen pitch. They started the game by trying to intimidate us and be competitive. That was a big mistake as we had a few characters of our own. We won the game 2-1 after extra time with goals from Simon Lynn and Shane Turner. The Hastings chairman had tears in his eyes in the bar, so confident was he that he was going to beat us at home in the replay. The second biggest mistake he made. Round 6 we were drawn away to Dis Town. another team that was super confident they would beat us. We drew 0-0, where Andy Taplin cleared a ball off the line in the second half. The Dis players went mad as they all thought it was a goal. The linesman and referee never gave it. In the replay at Cuthbury, we won 1-0 with another Mark Allen goal. So on to the semi-final, which was played over 2 legs. We drew Bamber Bridge and played the first leg away.
Hey, Yogi, look who's here.
Yes, Boo-Boo, they're smarter than the average football team.
So the Wimborne team arrives, minus Yogi and Boo-Boo. We've seen the players, but what does a typical Wimborne fan look like?
Going back 10 years ago, I drew the plans for this ground. Came on Boxing Day in 1981. Went round with a pedometer, and this ground had donkeys on at that time of the year.
Bamber Bridge starting off in the extra preliminary round with a 3-0 victory. Wimborne, they started off in the first round, but they've had to replay on no less than 3 occasions.
Long ball through, this is Whiteman picking up. He went in on the goalkeeper there. Whittaker's return, Lever's first time cross. Goalkeeper had to punch, certainly under pressure there, but it's not gone. Chance for Mayers. Whiteman, the ball's in the net. The referee's whistle had gone. Turned and a great shot. That was Steve Wilkes, the fullback. But what a good save as well from Kevin Leonard. That was a chance out of nothing. But what a good pass that was. Jamie Sturgis with just the goalkeeper to beat, and he gets past him. He needs to do this squarely and puts the ball. He doesn't put the ball in the net because that came off the legs of the defender, and Brian Wilkins, the Army Sergeant, should really have scored from there. Willie Norton will do likewise. Dangerous header across his own goal area. Whiteman's snapshot was probably going wide anyway, but Leonard made sure. All the bodies are mass. Wimborne penalty area. There's the chance, the ball goes in. It's Andy Whittaker who scores the goal. But no, wait, the referee says no. Claim that he handled that. Andy Whittaker's in there, Whiteman's in there. That was the chance, that was a goal. No, it wasn't, it came out. It was Whittaker that got the flick header. That came off the crossbar. You see a good number of corners from that side. In comes the cross. There was the chance, off the line. And on the ball at the moment, right foot cross. Across the face of the goal, Willie Norton hits the right hand upright. Needs to get past his defender, does so. It's a low, hard cross in, and it came off Whittaker, who didn't realise he got the chance. Lovely wooden rattles that were very noisy. Norton rises to the bait, the chance was there. Dalgleish just had the goal gaping in front of him. All to play for half-time in a situation which is a 2-legged affair, but this first leg finishes Bamber Bridge 0, Wimborne Town 0.
They had their chance in the second half. They hit the post, and I don't want to detract from that because obviously people say, oh, they hit the woodwork, but we had one kicked off the line, and overall 0-0 with no advantage to them, and we're back at our place. We've got to be proud of that.
The Vaz team, what team spirit and fighting quality. Memories of them all in the bar after the game, singing Yogi.
Jez, as captain, have you got any special instructions today, or any thoughts in the back of your mind how you're going to play this game?
Not really, just carry on from last week, because like the last 30 minutes of last week, we could have come down here with a league quite easily. They think they're already there now. So, at the end of today, we'll see. We're just going to do a job. We'll come down here, do the job, and then we'll leave it at that.
And at the Cuthbury, the fans are already arriving. The club are expecting a record crowd today, turning out to support their team, for whom the Vase is just one of a number of competitions they've had success in recently. The Dorset Senior Cup and the Wessex combination were the other two, but all thoughts at the moment are focused on today's semi-final. A special day for the players and a special day for the fans, and the Magpies are singing sweetly. Well, they're singing.
If I remember right, it cost £4 to get in, which was £3 more than the usual price. It didn't put people off though. There were 3,200 at the game, a ground record. The club put in extra gates. We entered round the back of the clubhouse, and there was a temporary stand put up behind the hospital goal. And all along the bottom side, the ground was built up so that people standing behind could have a view. You can still see just the remnants of that today, over 28 years later.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, then. See me in the back.
The Sturgis family are here in force. Young Jamie will wear the number 10 shirt for Wimborne. Dad Mick is the Magpies assistant manager, while Grandad looks on to see what their family fortune holds. Just an hour before the kick-off, and manager Alex Pike speaks to Radio Solent's Norman Murphy.
Alex, this is a great occasion for Wimborne, a 0-0 draw last week. Can you do it today?
Well, I'll be a fool to say I wouldn't be, wouldn't I? I'm the manager of Wimborne Town Football Club. Of course we believe we can do it today, otherwise we wouldn't be here at Norman, otherwise would we?
And a record crowd expected?
Hopefully.
Well, we had 2,020, I think it was, up at Ironbridge last week. Can you better that today?
Oh, I would think so. Just looking at the crowd now how they've amassed this early, we should be looking between 2,000 and 3,000, which will equally match them, and if not better.
And how did the team feel in the dressing room?
Very confident, very confident. I would say they go out today and play football without fear. We don't fear anybody. We're not going to go out there with a complacency, but we will go out there and play our football, and we'll take it to Bamber Bridge and give them a hard game.
And I see that you've got all your new blazers sorted out for Wembley?
We've got the blazers. I don't know if the sizes have sorted out, but we've certainly got the blazers. Some might not fit. We'll have that checked by Wembley, but yeah, they're all decked out very smartly.
Well, let's hope we see you wearing them then. Good luck to you today, Alex.
Thank you, Norman.
Come on, let's have, give us an M. Give us an A. Give us a G. Give us a P. Give us an I. Give us an E. Give us an S. What have we got?
Yes, the junior Magpies enjoying their day. The stars of tomorrow as far as the Wimborne side are concerned. Now this looks like being a tall story. Now that would be one man that would be very useful at corners. Here come the home side. Led out, of course, by their skipper Steve Richardson. Resplendent in their black and white stripes, which is their normal colours. Traffic last week, Bamber Bridge, as we've said, had most of the chances and certainly had most of the play. Chance Wilkins puts the ball inside. Chance falls to bridle straight across the face of the goal. The third corner in less than a minute. Here it comes. Richardson challenges. Sturgis goes for it. Ames! The ball's in the nets. Trevor Ames, the number 6, breaks the deadlock. And what a super corner that was, all the pressure paying off. Let's watch that again, a good corner into a dangerous area. The challenge from Richardson, Sturgis went for it, and a right foot volley into the back of the net for the big number 6, Trevor Ames. A long throw deep into the penalty area. The touch was from Baldwin. Norton was nearly there, it's still not clear. Needs to find the goalkeeper. Where was the goalkeeper there? But as you can see, seats are at a premium. There's even people sitting on top of the clubhouse. This is Sturgis, Jamie Sturgis, turned nicely inside, gives it to his skipper. This is Richardson. Needs to play the ball, goes for the shot, and it wasn't too far away. Wignall again, right foot cross. But more hopeful than anything. Baldwin up there, spurring his side on. There was the chance. And did that go in? Goodness me. Now there's a chance on. This is Jamie Burgess. And guess who was with him again? Yes, but he's given the free kick away. I think he'll feel he was a bit unlucky there. Stuart Proctor giving away the free kick. Who's lined up to take this one? It is Mark Allen, the 30-year-old, nicknamed Stroller. Indicates very casually what he wants to do with this. Demonstrating with the referee that it was all a ploy, and the ball's in the back of the net. Oh, what a well-worked free kick that one turned out to be. And it's the number 6 again, Trevor Ames.
I think the coach companies can get out their order books now for April the 25th.
Inside to Richardson. Richardson, a nice touch. But will he catch it? He certainly will. The skipper will now.
At the end of the game, Taffy Richardson ran over to the corner flag and sat on the ball. That was a memorable moment.
I think he wished he hadn't done it actually now.
Stephen and I used to stand level with the 18-yard line at the bottom end. Tommy Killick used to stand on the touchline, waiting for the ball to be delivered to his feet. Nicky Bridle played behind him, and he kept Tommy on his toes, I can tell you. All of that Vaz team were heroes.
Wilkes hoists the ball forward, the referee's whistle. No, it isn't yet. Wait for it, he said. And it's almost a false start. Goodness me, no, not yet. Back you go. But the whistle has gone, the referee decides that's enough.
We were then on our way to Wembley, and Cuthbury had been packed to the brim. They all went mad in celebration. That was probably the biggest crowd that Cuthbury had ever seen.
Town. Final score, Wimborne Town 2, Bamber Bridge 0. The celebrations.
Over 3,000 people packed into the ground, and what a fantastic atmosphere.
So Wimborne will meet Guiseley at the final at Wembley Stadium on April the 25th, and what a match that's going to turn out to be. A classic in the making.
And now you've a date at Wembley on April the 25th against last year's winners, Guiseley. How does that grab you?
Well, it hasn't sunk in yet, Norm. We were obviously going out and make some proper plans of playing Guiseley. We'll have them watched 2 or 3 times, but that's furthest from our minds at the moment. We're going to go and enjoy tonight, and we deserve to. So we'll go out and have a good time tonight.
Alex, we'll be following you up there on April the 25th. We hope that we can have a little drink from the cup when you win it.
Well, I'm a teetotaler, but I've always said that if I win a major trophy or perhaps get to Wembley, I might have a little drink, and you might see a different me then.
I'm sure we will. Alex and Trevor, thank you very much indeed.
From Wembley Stadium, the 1992 FA Vase final.
They say that you could not hire a coach anywhere in Dorset, as so many supporters wanted to come and watch the game. It was a bit of a blur for me personally. I have never seen so many players so nervous. They used to look up to me as a senior player, but I was as nervous as the rest of them. We started slowly in front of a 13,000 crowd and went a goal behind early on. What we did have is our secret weapon. Tommy Killick was back from injury. That was a great boost for us. After 15 minutes or so, we managed to regain our composure and finally click back into that winning team mentality. Taffy scored our first goal and we never looked back from there.
Good touch back from Killick. Richardson's with the shot. And there's the ball in the net. It is. It's a goal. Wimborne equalise. Steve Richardson, the scorer. His 4th goal of the competition.
Guiseley, and they just need to calm it down, play the football. But credit to Wimborne, they're coming back.
Richardson to Killick. Killick picks the ball up. He's in space. He's got Sturgis in the middle. Goes for Sturgis. This is Sturgis. The chance to goal! Jamie Sturgis scores on the half hour. Killick, the man down that left-hand side. He waited. The only man he had up was Jamie Sturgis. The pass was weighted. Change all that. Richardson's ball, a good chance on. This is Killick, left unmarked. Oh, score surely! He does! Tommy Killick! A lovely ball through. Guiseley waited for the offside flag. Sturgis was to the left. Killick took his time and in true style of a top striker finished the ball under Maxted.
Yeah, it's great finishing, great goal, but I can't believe this Guiseley side, I really can't. They started off so well, goal up on 15 minutes, and they've just gone to pieces, but credit to Wimborne.
Yeah, well, it's a long way to go yet. It's still only 3-1. We've still got 45 minutes to go, but Tommy Killick with his cruciate has been absolutely tremendous. He's been outstanding. If we can carry on exploiting the plays at the back, I'm sure we'll go on and win it.
Thanks. This is Notman! Scores! His second goal of the game! Position. All knocked forward towards Killick. This is Killick. Can he control it? He can! Surely! He scores! Amazing! Tommy Killick scores for Wimborne! Literally a goal out of nothing!
Again, brilliant finishing, brilliant finishing.
Tommy Killick, his second goal of the game, Wimborne's fourth. The 22-year-old trainee solicitor who looks more like a rock star than a solicitor, with his long black hair over the back of his black and white shirt, sticks the ball in the net. To get his forwards doing, does so. This is Roberts with a chance. What a good save from Kevin Leonard. And bravely went. Then made it awkward for Morgan. Nice ball forward from Allen. Chance up for Sturgis. He scores! Jamie Sturgis! The Guiseley defence was caught napping again. It's on the cup. I can't see Guiseley coming back now. Guiseley who actually scored first with a chance. This is Notman. It's the crossbar. Colville through the middle. There's the run from Colville. Surely scores, and he will. Bob Colville. So that's about it, really. The referee puts the whistle to his mouth. And there goes the final whistle. The winners of the FA Final.
After 11 tough games, we had done what no one believed we could do. We had made it to that Wembley Stadium. We had won the game and finally took the famous walk up those Wembley stairs to receive the FA trophy from Big Jack Charlton, who was sadly no longer with us.
And very shortly you'll see him turn, raise the cup aloft, and the cheers will echo. There it is, 1992 winners, Wimborne Town.
What a wonderful game of football.
Then the celebrations went on in town from there for weeks ahead.
There we are, you see. Oh, well, that wonderful. A moment that you're all going to remember for a long time.
To be honest, at 30 years old and so many games that season, I was knackered. But what an achievement for that team. In that year, we won the FA Vase, the Wessex League and the Dorset Senior Cup. Under managers Alex Pike and Nick Jennings, we had Mickey Sturgis as the physio, Brian Maidman as chairman and Ron Dinmore running the club, with Ken Holloway supporting from behind the scenes. It should be noted that Brian Maidman and Ron invested much of the money from the Vase back into the club to help secure its future and to improve the ground to meet the standards required in the Wessex League at that time. We had a great team with a really strong spine. Kevin Leonard in goal, Trevor Ames, Andy Taplin, Taffy Richardson, Mark Allen and myself formed that spine, with Phil Langdown, Robbie Beecham, Simon Lynn, Jamie Sturgis, Tommy Killick, Brian Wilkins and Jason Lovell formed the main team. Dominic Barrett, Shane Turner, Stuart Bright, Martin Beardsley, Steve Hudsmith, Tim Bolch, Brad Homer and Jeff Palmer all played their part. It was a great season for the club and set us up for a few more good years in the future. Thank you.
Obviously we're very pleased, and it's going to take a long time to settle in, and where do you go from now? You know, this should be the pinnacle of most people's careers, but I suppose now we've now got to build on that and take Wimborne one step further.
How you doing, guys? Scott Arnold here, club captain.
The tea bar used to be near the centre line and used to serve tea in proper mugs. At half time you'd take your tea back to where you were standing and someone would come round during the second half and collect the mugs.
The least thing I'm looking forward to is probably playing on the flat pitch, because I think I'm going to be so used to playing on the Cuthbury where the old slope helps us, you know, and you ping a ball on the diagonal at the hospital end, it never seems to go out of play. But I don't think there's going to be any problem when we get onto the pitch on the new ground. It was absolutely perfect, so can't use that as an excuse.
Come rain or shine, wind, sleet or snow. Got to get priorities right. Got to get priorities right when it gets to the football. Right? Do you know what?
Scott Arnold with his winning goal to beat Hales Owen 5-4.
Where we were 4-0 down, 25 minutes left to go, get it to 4-4, and the right back, yours truly, decides to come forward, score the winner, cue the shameful celebration, knee slide, top off, back page the echo, never live that down.
Well, the managers over the years have been, really resilient, I think, with being able to bring in players. I mean, Alex used to sign everybody until nobody else could have them.
I used to watch them as a kid, as the same age as my son. I travelled on the team coach and we'd follow them and have a kick around after the game while the players had a beer or two.
We've had great players too. Scott Joyce, Kev James, Andy Barham, Mark Smith, James Stocco, Mark Gamble. Too many to mention. The greatest of them all? It's a personal choice, but I'd go for Jamie Sturgis, a true Cuthbury legend. He played over 600 times and scored over 200 goals for the Magpies, including Cuthbury's final goal of the 20th century.
Over the past 30 years, the club has benefited from the hard work and dedication of so many club officials, and I'll name just a few of them. There was Ken Holloway. Ken was a committee member, he was secretary and programme editor during the 90s. Nick O'Hara, he was chairman at the turn of the century and through into the noughties. Ken Stewart, director, chairman and now club president. And he's one of the reasons why the club has such a great reputation for its hospitality. Where else can you go where the club president shakes hands with all the spectators in the main stand? Graham Bell, such an important figure in the club these days. And one of my favourite programme front covers featured that wonderful picture by Steve Harris of Graham and John Vincent, a former player, congratulating skipper Scott Arnold after we'd clinched a place in the playoffs a couple of seasons ago. But now we have a new management team. James Stocco, who as a player clocked up 475 appearances, scoring 109 goals for the club, and Mark Gamble, legendary goal scorer who knocked in 77 goals in 99 appearances. But what a first season they've had. All the regulations to do with coronavirus, and now a move to the new stadium. So to all the volunteers over the years at Cuthbury, I'd just like to say a big thank you, guys.
And then in the evening, he went up to the bedroom, and Pikey was with Nick Jennings, and I was in with Irv. And in the middle of the night, there was a knock on the balcony door. Right. And I opened that out, and Nick Jennings had gone out for a bit of fresh air. and the pikey had locked me out on the balcony. And so he climbed over somehow onto our balcony and was knocking on the door to let him in. Fire hydrants and the doors were all strapped together. You know, I mean, that is when you take teams away.
But my mate really, he was Paul Arnold. I mean, I came here with Alex, and then I think it was about 18 months change over. Alex left, and then Paul came in. I always remember one team talk. He came in before the game. He started off with killing the game to a car driving down the motorway. And then if the car broke down, it had to be fixed. And then Paul seemed to lose himself, and he was off on a tangent. And you look around the dressing room and everybody had their heads, they were laughing and laughing. And I did come up and I said, Art, I think it's time to call the RACO. He said, I'm glad you said that, you know, I don't know where I was going.
I've been in here at the good times and the bad times, you know, cups are flying and stuff like that, you know. I mean, Steve, Cassie never sort of, I think you lost his rag once, Cassie, but he was a very sort of, he had the clubs in difficult finance and, you know, Then Matty Holmes is different again. I mean, he was very quiet in the middle. He had all these signs put up around here.
Matty was probably, you know, very, very close second for me. Because the discipline that you try to bring in, professionalism side of it, you know, that then sort of spun into the players. Matt was, like Jefferson, would be a little bit in the background more, and then on match day he would come to the fore. Had his training sessions all set out, know what we were doing. When I was a player, if you had somebody who that knew what we were doing, he would respond and he'd get it done. Matty was a very, very good manager. You know, sorry, really to see him go. Matt was a pro coming into a semi-pro, trying to take the semi-pro up to the pro level.
I used to stand with Kev Hart, sadly missed, Tony Jackson and Dave Briggs. And I smoked in those days, and if we thought we were about to score, Kev and I would have an anticipatory fag. And if the opposition scored, we'd have a consolatory fag. Great days.
So winning extra time in the penalties, the atmosphere in here, with a hole in the roof, look. And it was everything going everywhere.
Transcend to another level. Gotta push the drive, gotta push the pedal. Kinetic waves never settle. Transcend to another level. Transcend to another level. Gotta push the drive, gotta push the pedal. Kinetic waves never settle. Transcend to another level. It's feeling like the world is in a dying need. I'm feeling like the last of a dying breed. We in the last days, it feels like Armageddon. Prophetic with the false prophets is all I'm getting. This that God flow, know I had to tighten up. People throwing shade, you really need to brighten up. Fuck a copyright, cause some of y'all don't copyright. Most of these flows blow like a sloppy wipe. You gotta be from the streets, dancer or athlete. Quick to pull the trigger, but you scared to get your ass beat. Before you know it, you'll probably end up with a rap sheet. Prison over lyricism is everlasting track meet. Yeah, I swear that some of y'all got Alzheimer's. Y'all fail to recognize when you see an all-timer.
Cuthbury had a magical atmosphere at night under the lights. The cold air, with maybe some fog drifting in from the river, the smell of the grass, the noise of the fans, and the shouts of the players.
Kinetic waves never settle. Transcend to another level. Transcend to another level. Gotta push the drive, gotta push the pedal. Kinetic waves never settle. Transcend to another level. The rich profits off the poor cause of God's plan. I can't get no type of justice, but these dogs can. They preach God can't save us, but these jobs can. Shit is looking crazy, sounding like it's all planned. I'm speaking from a view that is indigenous. Shit is looking out of hand, it's so ridiculous. The generational curse is still continuous. Afterwards you looking stupid, looking real conspicuous. I get these thoughts, so I meditate. I keep pushing every day, it ain't no room to hesitate. Self-made to the day I detonate. Shout out to my homie CJ, let these words go and marinate. Ain't no diplomatic community.
One thing I'm looking for is putting a pair of boots on, getting a football out and getting on that pitch and strike a couple of footballs just to bring back a few nostalgia moments for myself, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Transcend to another level. Gotta push the drive, gotta push the pedal.
You never predict football. And that goes right the way through, from boardroom, right the way through to your apprentice, to your ground staff, everything. You can never predict what one person could do at any one time. And Wimborne Town will always be Wimborne Town. Up the baggies.
Great stuff. Thank you, James.
All right.
That's brilliant.
But the spirit of Cuthbury is the same, I think. The sounds, the atmosphere, the friendliness. Let's hope that spirit transfers to new Cuthbury, where new memories are just waiting to be made. And let's also hope that the ghosts of former players and supporters can find their way there.
Then I figure I would give it my all, cause I can rock a 16 better than Paul Gasol. I'm like the pager with the shot.
I'm really excited actually going to a new ground. Should feel sad leaving the old ground, but at the end of the day the memories are in our minds and not on the turf.
Thank you, Cuthbury, anyway, for all those great memories. Memories will never die. The future is very promising and bright. Thanks for the memories.
Looking forward to the new ground. It's a shame to leave Cuthbury, but you know what? We need to move, and I'm very hopeful for new and good things for Wimborne Town. So, yeah, come on, you Mags!
Excited by it. Everyone's buzzing by it. We're really in a very good position at the moment. We're very fortunate, in fact, to have a ground given to us, and it is given to us at the standard that it is. And I look forward to seeing some good games down there. It's exciting times, and we look forward to it. At the Magpies.
I never thought it was going to come, you know, like it's been told about this for so long that it was going to happen, but it never seemed to have happened. So to see it actually become reality is just so exciting and great to be part of it.
Tonight there's going to be the first game on this lovely new pitch, and I've got Matty Homes here. Matty, what are your thoughts about tonight?
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful, isn't it? Graham, the first sort of unofficial football match here at the new stadium. You know, even when I was manager, all them years ago, it seems now, you know, the dream of coming here was always in the pipeline. And you know, it seems ages away, but now we're here and look at the facility. It's unbelievable.
And the sports can play their part. make it a real fortress for us and get them magical nights under the lights at the new Cuthbury.
It's an absolute fabulous achievement. Great accolade to Wyatt Homes. They've done a superb job. It's absolutely fabulous. You've got to look around it. It's the best place in Dorset, and we're just thoroughly happy to be here. It's an absolute wonderful achievement, and we're all looking forward to playing some football and to welcome people here tonight. Yeah.
Will there be a tear in your eye when the teams walk out, Ken?
I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there will be. But don't tell the wife that. She thinks I'm quite hard.
Smashing. Thanks ever so much, Ken.